Welcome to the historic Cedars Park in Hertfordshire, where, among 17th century ruins and the tranquil backdrop of trees and wildlife, a mechanical beast rests. This very accurate First World War British Mark IV tank forms the centrepiece of a Great War memorial area in the park. So come with me as we take a closer look. This tank is a replica of one of 259 presentation tanks given to communities across Britain in gratitude for raising funds for the war effort, which was later removed to be used as a metal resource during World War II. With strong support from Sir Winston Churchill, the first Sea Lord, the tank was developed in 1915 to break the trench warfare stalemate. They were originally called land ships, but tank evolved as a cover, suggesting a water carrier. In battle, the tanks worked in groups of 3. This excellent replica was made for film work at Pinewood Studios and was inspired by local military vehicle hobbyists. The Mark IV tank, introduced by the British Army in 1917, represented a significant evolution in armoured warfare during the First World War. As the most numerous British tank of the conflict, with 1,220 units constructed, it comprised 420 male variants armed with 2 6-pounder guns and 3 Lewis machine guns, 595 female variants equipped with 5 Lewis machine guns, and 205 unarmed tank tenders designed for supply transport. Entering service as an improvement over the earlier Mark I, the Mark IV played a critical role in redefining the concept of mechanised warfare, despite its mechanical limitations and the harsh conditions endured by its crews. The Mark IV incorporated several advancements over its predecessors. Its armour, thickened to a maximum of 14mm, offered enhanced protection against German armour-piercing bullets. The fuel tank, previously a fire hazard, was relocated to an armoured external compartment at the rear, increasing capacity to 70 gallons and extending the tank's range to approximately 35 miles. To facilitate rail transport, the tank featured folding sponsons, a marked improvement over the Mark I's detachable design. The male variant's 6-pounder guns were fitted with shorter barrels to prevent them from striking the ground, while the female variant initially adopted Lewis machine guns, though reliability issues later prompted a return to Hotchkiss machine guns. A notable innovation was the unditching beam, a wooden structure reinforced with metal stored on the tank's roof rails and attachable to the tracks to aid escape from trenches or mud. Powered by a 105 to 125 horsepower Daimler engine made in Coventry, the Mark IV remained underpowered, requiring 4 crew members to operate its steering and gears. Production of the Mark IV commenced in March 1917, with deliveries beginning the following month. The War Office initially ordered 1,000 units and 6 manufacturers contributed to the effort. The Metropolitan Carriage, Wagon and Finance Company produced 820 tanks, while Foster's of Lincoln, Armstrong Whitworth and Coventry Ordnance Works each manufactured 100. William Beardmore and Company and Merleys Watson and Company contributed 50 tanks each, the latter producing only female variants. This coordinated industrial effort ensured the Mark IV's widespread deployment in action across the Western Front. The tank saw its first combat on the 7th of June 1917 at the Battle of Messines Ridge, where over 60 Mark IVs navigated dry, cratered terrain. While some tanks lagged behind the infantry, the operation demonstrated their potential. The Battle of Cambrai in November 1917 marked a turning point, with 460 Mark IVs employed in a massed assault that breached German trench lines, showcasing the tank's ability to overcome fortified positions. However, the Third Battle of Ypres in July 1917 highlighted the Mark IV's limitations, as many became bogged down in muddy, swampy conditions, rendering them sitting ducks to artillery. In April 1918 at Villers-Bretonneux, a male Mark IV took part in the first recorded tank versus tank engagement, disabling the German A7V tank Nixer. The Germans also repurposed captured Mark IVs, known as Bertha Panzerwagen, fitting some with 57mm guns or 13mm anti-tank rifles. Operating the Mark IV was a gruelling task for its 8-man crew, consisting of a commander, driver, 2 gearsmen, 2 gunners and 2 loaders. The cabin was plagued by extreme heat, often exceeding 38 degrees C, deafening noise and toxic exhaust fumes. Without suspension, the tank's movement was jarring, and the absence of a firewall exposed crews to engine hazards. Vision slits were also susceptible to splash fragments of bullets that could injure the crew. Despite these challenges, crews often developed strong attachments to their tanks, bestowing names such as Deborah or Clan Leslie. Experimental features tested on the Mark IV included the tadpole tail, a rear track extension to improve trench crossing, which proved too fragile for combat. Brushwood fascines, carried on the roof to fill trenches, were effectively used at Cambrai. Other trials involved radios, mortars and recovery cranes, some of which influenced later designs. The Mark IV's legacy lies in its role as a stepping stone in tank development, paving the way for more advanced vehicles. Its success at Cambrai highlighted the potential of armoured vehicles to break the stalemate of trench warfare. The Mark IV tank, though mechanically imperfect, was a cornerstone of early armoured warfare. Its contributions demonstrated the transformative potential of tanks, shaping the future of military strategy and technology for the century and more to follow. Close to the Cedars Park tank replica is an impressive statue of a World War I soldier. The 8-foot rendition was commissioned to commemorate those from the local Broxbourne district lost in the Great War between 1914 and 1918, representing the Queen Victoria's Rifle Brigade. Sculpted by Roger Andrews, it was erected particularly in honour of Rifleman William Ernest Taylor Uglow of 9th Battalion, who was killed in action in Wolvergem, West Flanders, on the 1st of January 1915, aged just 17. Lest we forget. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube's Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.